Listen up, fellas. Do you ever find yourself skipping meals or ordering takeout when life gets busy? We all know this can be a hard habit to break. Look, that's where Control comes in. They're a brand owned and operated by gamers and content creators who decided to make healthier food options for people who struggle in the kitchen. If you're looking to eat healthier meals, then lose weight, their meal replacement shakes are the best option. With 23 grams of protein, vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and MCTs, they will fill you up for hours and they taste amazing. If you're looking for a high-protein snack, they also got protein cookies. And they got protein meal bars, which is hard to say with my mouth full, but guys, this is truly delicious. I got a son right over here. He didn't know anything about healthy cookies. These are the ones that he turns to all the time. I'm not joking about that. They've only got 250 calories. With 15 grams of protein, 4 grams of collagen, our cookies are the perfect blend of health and taste. Their meal bars also pack in 15 grams of protein, and they got a ton of fiber. Controllers really help me to stay on track with my nutrition. If you want to make a healthier change, use the promo code Chael to get 10% off your first order, or just click on the link below. Derrick Lewis, guys, this was one of the feature matches for me from the undercard. And I get asked that question. Like, ESPN will actually ask you ahead of time, what match are you most looking forward to? And that was a hard one to say, by the way. I mean, what's an undercard on top of that? It's supposed to mean anything in our industry that isn't part of the pay-per-view card. I get that. Yeah, I don't know if that's what it is for me. I got main and co-main, at least within my own mind, and everything else is underneath it. I share that with you only from the perspective of not thinking you have to come out and correct me of the placement of the matches. I thought that Tony's match was undercard. I thought that Chies's match, and I knew that was going to be a dogfight, was undercard. I had Wonder Boy at one point, and then you got Derrick Lewis. I chose Derrick Lewis. One, because it's the Black Beast. Who doesn't like Derrick Lewis? But he was taking on Peizao. Peizao was part of our team on The Ultimate Fighter Brazil Season 3. And he's the only man left standing. And he's tougher than hell, by the way. So for me, and I'm only telling you that because I don't know if that was one that really bounced on your guys' radar. I'm sharing why it did for me. I'm sharing for you why I paid extra close attention. All right. Now, this is a situation of what a difference a day makes. Okay? Let me take you to Friday at 9 a.m. Friday at 9 a.m., Derrick Lewis was the 4th fight of the night. No, I don't mean of the pay-per-view card. I mean of the night. He was a curtain jerker. Buried on the undercard at 9 a.m. on Friday. At 11 a.m. on Friday, it became official that Pierre had missed weight. He weighed in at 175 pounds for a 170 plus a 1 pound allowance. Agreed upon weight for Wonder Boy Thompson, and Wonder Boy said, no, I'm not going to do it. So when that match was scrapped, Derrick Lewis, who was 4th of the night, buried on the undercard, not only goes to the main card, he didn't open the show. He wasn't even the second one of the show. He was 3rd from the top. He comes out with a flying knee. He ends up with a finish. He takes his shorts off. He cuts a promo. The building had never been louder that night. And understand the statement I just made because they contested the BMF belt. George Masvidal, the second biggest draw in the entire industry, only behind Conor McGregor. Nobody got the pop that Derrick Lewis did when he interviewed with Joe Rogan. It was a very special rapport. It was a special moment. The balls are hot. The fans knew it was going. It was Derrick. It's one of those things. It was a 300-pound heavyweight that jumped through the air, did a flying knee. It's one of those things. It was as close to scripted perfect as you can get, but it was supposed to be buried on the undercard. The pop from the crowd wasn't going to happen. The interview with Joe Rogan probably wasn't going to happen. I watched all the undercards, and Joe only got in there 2 times. He didn't go interview absolutely everybody. I'm just sharing with you. Then it gets revealed to us that was Derrick's last fight. He fought out his contract. That is not something that the organization appreciates. Right? Now you're playing checkers. They don't play checkers at UFC. They play chess. And what do I mean? They're just 2 and 3 steps ahead. If you got Derrick Lewis and it's his last fight, there's no point in building him up if that ROI is going to go elsewhere. Because of the Wonder Boy, Pierre, weight debacle, scratch and cancellation, Derrick Lewis goes 4th from the bottom to 3rd from the top. At a time when he puts on his most picturesque, greatest performance ever. And that includes the entertainment side of it, of talking to the wife, dropping the shorts, cutting a promo with Rogan. It was awesome. It was simply awesome. And when Derrick said, I'm a free agent, now we've all got to sit around and go, well, how did we get to this point? Like, how did I become a free agent? When there's one fight left is when he gets re-signed. So there was something there that he didn't like. Oh, by the way, he bet on himself. Oh, by the way, betting on yourself when you're coming off a slew of losses, I don't know that I buy that. I know that's the way the story is being told. I don't know that I buy that. I think they didn't offer him a contract. I think he was not offered an extension. They were going to let him go. That's what I think. I don't think he became a free agent out of gamesmanship. I think they were ready to say goodbye to the beast. And I don't say any of that to embarrass or insult or put him down. It's quite the opposite. I am telling you what was at stake versus what happened. To go out and to perform in those circumstances is a wildly difficult thing to do, but he did. 80% of success is just showing up. That's a true expression. I just don't know if it's any truer on display for the world to see than it is in this sport. We have so many guys that miss opportunities because they don't show up. Derrick was not in a good spot being 4th from the bottom at all. He could have won. He could have done everything that he just did and won, and we're not sitting here talking about him today because nobody would have watched it. Derrick Lewis thanks his trainers. He gave a shout out to Chael P. Mentioned his wife. Talked about his nutrition, his six-pack. Derrick Lewis needs to thank one person, and that person is Wonder Boy.